Hello and welcome to Terraria. My name's Todd, also known as Theo Magic, and this is of course Terraria. Last time we left off, getting our ass handed to us by the Brain of Cthulhu. Um, so last time we built our boss arena and we kind of fought him one time. That didn't really turn out too good for us. So I think this time around our main goal will be to find some new gear and hopefully we can maybe do some more, movement around if we have some better gear. So my big thing is hopefully finding a cloud in a bottle or something similar, something that'll improve our mobility, because I think that was our major issue in that fight there, is that we just didn't have enough mobility. Could also be that our damage isn't very high, but I think we were doing okay damage overall. We just weren't able to move quick enough to really avoid any of the things that were there, which can definitely be a problem. So when we're coming down here, our goal is not to find armor necessarily. Our goal is to find, or even like minerals of any sort. Our goal was mostly just to find chests, and hopefully in those chests we'll find a cloud in a bottle. At least that's the hope. I think with our jungle armor we should be able to tackle anything that comes at us. If we do have any massive problems with the Brain of Cthulhu in the future, we might decide to go tackle the Eater of Worlds. Did that slime just like slide through the ground? That was weird. We'll tackle the Eater of Worlds instead, and we will try dealing with him, because he should be the easier of the two. And once we've dealt with him, we could probably get his armor, which should allow us to fight the Brain of Cthulhu easier. Let's take off the Panic Necklace. I don't think I need that. Let's get a flipper instead. Let me think, is there anything else? I guess I could put on a climbing claws instead of the aglet. So yeah, honestly I think we are pretty well kitted out for Brain. I just think we kind of had a poor run of luck there, and we didn't really have a good chance to fight him the way we were doing it at that time. We really should have been, how do I put it, not necessarily more prepared, because like I said, we're pretty well prepared as is, but definitely more mobile. We were not as mobile as I would have liked us to be. So maybe it was just like a string of bad luck at that time. I wasn't at the top of my game and I needed to try a little bit harder, but there's also some things we can do to improve our chances. One of the big things being, of course, that we can try and find a cloud in a bottle. We could also find more potions. Anything like iron skin potions or potions that might help us survive a little bit better. Like a swiftness potion, for instance, would be massively useful to us. I think there's water here. Yes, I was right. Some water over here. What do we got down here? Lots of pots, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I don't want to die to any granite elementals or anything like that. Let's just deal with that one. Or any of these bats. Is that a skeleton over there? Get out of here, skeleton. Okay, so skeleton's dealt with. Let me get out of this little hole here. Did I already loot? Yeah, I already looted that. So, should have expected that. A house that I've been to that I haven't looted, that would be more crazy than anything. So let's see what's down here. I did also buy a bunch of flares, so hopefully won't step on anything like TNT, for instance. Oh, there's an underwater chest. That's a rare find. What's in there? Suspicious looking eye, trident. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. What else can we a shame. It doesn't appear there's anything else down this way. Not to say that there's nothing below us even further, but there's definitely nothing here at the moment. Let me kill that guy, and I will grab this life crystal. I'll use these any life crystals I can find to make heart lanterns, which that should help us in a fight against any sort of boss. Let's see, let's go up here a little bit. What is this? I don't know what that was that I just broke. Maybe I should have lit up the area before I broke it so I could have seen. Let's see. Nothing over here. That doesn't appear to be anything over here. Cut our way into here though. I'm pretty sure I explored the house up to the left here, but let's double check it, I guess. We'll make sure that we've explored it fully. So we haven't really got a lot of torches down at the moment. Yeah, there's nothing there. Alright, and that one just goes back up there, so don't need to worry about either of those. Oh, get out of here. Bloody bats. Maybe I should make a platinum set of armor instead of my jungle armor. What a pain in the butt though that would be. Be very annoying to try and make a different set of armor. But then again, more defense right now is probably the better option than any sort of damage buff we could get, really. Which is kind of a shame, because I would have liked to use the jungle armor, but maybe that's just not feasible. That's weird. The generation of this one's kind of wonky here. Oh, we managed to get ourselves a boomerang. Not that that's all that helpful at this point in the game. Let's see, I think there is a blink root blinking over there, so maybe we'll find something over there. That is, if we're lucky. Wish I could say something more thrilling here, that I have a better plan for this, but it's mostly just stocking up on potions and kind of trying to ensure that we have everything we can to try and survive the Brain of Cthulhu, because we didn't even make it to like the second part of that fight. Not to say that the second part of that fight is any harder necessarily, but it's definitely not any easier, that's for sure. Breaking through here. And almost through. Another slime, of course. Of course there has to be one. We'll just use our Blade of Grass, which should have enough knockback. No, I guess not. We'll just use our magic spell then. There appears to be a life crystal over there, that much I can tell. Anything else of use? No, it doesn't appear so. It's kind of a shame that all there was here was a life crystal. Hopefully we'll find something more useful as we go along. I don't want to deal with those guys, salamanders. So I'm just going to shoot him from a mile away because they shoot fireballs and those fireballs hurt real bad. Oh, there's a worm. Come here. Got him. Okay. So... is there anything even further down? I appear to be in a different biome all of a sudden. Is that jungle? Yep, that's jungle. Don't really want to be in the jungle, honestly. So I think I'm going to start going back over to the left again. Oh. Gotta deal with that mother slime before it causes us some problems. Alright. Yeah, the jungle's not a very hospitable place, if you couldn't already tell. And, hanging out there is not on my to-do list. Much prefer to be in other areas, as bees are not such a big issue. Not having a massive amount of luck down this direction, are we? It's kind of a shame. I was hoping to find some stuff farther over this direction. Maybe going back to the jungle wouldn't be a bad idea, as there tends to be lots of open space. Well, we'll just kind of stay in the same area then. Kind of head downwards and stay in relatively the same area. I didn't expect both a bat and a jungle slime there. That was my miscalculation. What do we have here? We have some platinum. Okay. Oh, a lot of platinum. I might as well mine it. If I get enough platinum to make a set of platinum armor, I might as well make it, and we'll see if it has more armor. If it does, it might be worthwhile, because if we don't have mobility, the only other option we have to is to try and survive through some of the hits a little bit better. But I much prefer, especially in expert mode, to run away rather than trying to tank the hits. However, in the early game, tanking some of the hits is just kind of what's going to happen. You're going to get hit every now and then. What about over here? Oh, okay. Please get out of my way. Oh dear. Alright, well, I'm poisoned, but I didn't do that much damage, thankfully. I don't want to deal with you, Hornet. There we go. Killed him before he could even get a shot off. If only I could do the same for bloody, the Brain of Cthulhu. Then we wouldn't be having any problems right now. What is up this direction? Another railway. That much I can tell. Oh, and a worm is coming for us. Oh, we managed to kill it before it even got to us, though. Alright, so there's another area down there, but let's head up along this railway. These railways tend to have some good stuff along them. What is here? Anything worthwhile? Anything worthwhile at all? Yeah. Just because of the way railways kind of function, they always tend to have a house alongside them. Just because they go across such a large area. So it's always worthwhile to follow a railway at least a little bit. Perfect. And we found exactly the thing we were looking for. What do I need to ditch for this? Let's ditch this hook. I don't need the hook. So we found our cloud in the bottle. That means that we can now double jump, which ought to give us the mobility we need, but it's not a guarantee, of course. It's just a hope. While we're down here, is there anything else I can think of that we might need? I don't think so. Let's just head back for a moment. Let me see. Alright, I don't really have enough time to actually fight the Brain of Cthulhu in this episode, so what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to deposit my stuff here. I'm going to take my weapon and put that in there. We will, I guess we'll start expanding the house a little bit, because we do have full NPCs at the moment, so we'll expand just a bit. Just a little bit. I need to find, there it is. And the next time we will try tackling the Brain of Cthulhu again. Hopefully I will have some potions as well. But if I don't, that is just what it is sometimes. Let's start on this side. Expand upwards here. Put that across here. No, I don't want to fill it in. And good there. Put a little thing here for the door, and we'll just fill it in. Now that we've already got like the basic template for our houses, it's much easier to just do this and just fill in our little area here. Now we've got 2 extra places for NPCs. Simple as can be. We just need to put some doors and some tables and some chairs. And we can do the same on the other side. And because I'm going kind of sparse this time on how the size of everything, of course, it makes it much easier for trying to get more NPC housing. As I stated before, I think I'm going to make this a tower, so we're just going to go upwards with it. We're not really going to worry about expanding out to the sides as much as we did last time, so I don't have to go too far when I'm trying to find my NPCs. And we'll fill it in. You go through walls fairly quickly, so whenever you're building, you always want to make sure that you have just an abundance of them. Most of the time you want far more walls than you do have just like normal bricks or building materials. Just because that'll make things easier for you. Alright, so we got that down. Yeah, you know what, let's put some wooden platforms here instead of floor. I think that would be kind of a cool idea. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, perfect. So let me seal up any holes here. Perfect. And put that there. Oh, no, one too many. Just so we can kind of get even easier access as we're going through here. And as we expand our NPC houses, we'll be able to just like jump up through them, and I'll just put down some wooden platforms to kind of seal off these little areas. There we are. Could get fancier with it, but like I said, on this playthrough, I'm not really worried too much about decorating or making it look good. I'm just here to kind of go sparse with it. We might add more decoration as time goes on, but for now, this is good. Let's see, I know I have some wood in one of these chests, don't I? Yes, I do. So let's get some doors. I need 1, 2, just 2, no, 3, 4. 4 doors, 4 tables, and 4 chairs. Put that there, open it up. Put that there, open it up. And we'll go table, table, chair, chair. Easy. Now that we've done it this way, we have 4 more rooms for NPCs. I'm hoping the person we get is the gun merchant or gun trader, whatever he's referred to as. Gun dealer? Arms dealer, that's what it is. God. Brain was not working there. Let's double check that they're good. So if you didn't already know, this little menu here allows you to assign houses to different NPCs. If you click the question mark, it'll tell you whether or not this house is good enough, that house is suitable, that house is suitable, that one's good, and that one's good. So if you were missing anything or something was wrong with the house and an NPC couldn't live there, it would state what it required. This house is either like missing a table or a chair, this house is missing walls, this house doesn't have a light source, that sort of thing. But thankfully we're good there. I could expand upon the top of our house here, why not? Get us a little bit more storage space for later on. Let's go up here, all the way up. Perfect. And done. Goblin army is approaching from the west. That's unfortunate. Let me brick up these doors real quick. I will brick up my NPCs inside. Actually, let's just brick up ourselves inside too. I don't think there's anything that can teleport in the first goblin invasions, if I am not mistaken. So we should just be able to hold out inside until we finish our building here. Because we just need to get this built. Get some wooden platforms. Got them. Put them across here. And we're good there. Just fill in the area here. Let me get some more walls. Okay, the goblin army has arrived. Now they can break down the door. Oh, there are things that can teleport. Dang it, goblin wizards. I forgot about them. I was hoping they couldn't. They weren't here already, but appears they are. We can fight them pretty easily though. They don't do a lot of damage and they won't get to us very quickly. Though they can shoot through walls, which is kind of a problem. Oh. Alright, well, I'd say that our best option then is to fight our way out while trying to deal with the goblin wizards. Okay, so we can fight our way out pretty easily. I think I can actually hit through here more consistently if I'm farther back. It's kind of funny. Let me just cut this down. We'll just fight our way through by using our sword. Okay. Should have mana back now. Okay, so the diamond staff does not have infinite punch through. Good to know. Really didn't want to have to use one of my potions there, but I did. Okay. Dealt with that one. Just gonna keep holding them back this way. Hopefully not letting the archers get to us, but the archers are doing the most damage here. Because we just can't hit them because there are too many of the warriors. Okay, I think I need to heal up. Let's talk to the nurse. Thank you, nurse. Alright. The dye trader's getting in there. But thankfully, I think because of our house, we actually have some cover here. Can actually do enough damage to push through the archers now. Let's deal with the archers on that side. I'm just trying to mostly keep my NPCs alive. Just don't want them to die immediately. Let's seal up this doorway again. That should ensure that that's sealed up. Bloody wizards. If it wasn't for the wizards, we would have been fine. Of course, the wizards had to show up. Ruin all the fun. Okay, so it at least pierces through 2 enemies. How many does it actually pierce through? It's only like 3 or 4. It's not as many as I was expecting the diamond staff to pierce through. I was hoping it just had infinite pierce. Quite like a certain vile thorn that we could have had at this point if we had gone with a corruption world. Okay, I didn't realize that they were getting behind us here. That's kind of unfortunate. It's alright. Oh, is that a little bit of slowdown there? It's kind of annoying. Let's just deal with them. Do this wizard too. Bloody goblins. It's always goblins. Cause problems. fine if it wasn't for the goblins. Alright. I'm gonna kill these guys eventually. I do have to remember that I have my cloud in a bottle now. I do have a little bit better mobility, but oh, I'm just getting pelted by these arrows. Alright, let's just deal with him. I don't know how he got in here. Let's heal up. It's kind of expensive to be healing a lot at this point, but at the same time, it's better than dying. Because we are making some good money by killing a bunch of goblins. Let's kill this warrior. Oh, and that wizard, I guess, too. If the guy doesn't manage to get himself murdered here, that would be pretty good. So we get about 1% for every goblin kill? No, not even. It's less than that. It's kind of unfortunate. Oh, I totally forgot I also had dodge. Oh, I'm out of mana apparently. Would have loved to not run out of mana. But sometimes you gotta make do. Okay, now I can push him back. Hopefully. As long as these warriors don't keep causing problems. And yeah, the archers are much better at shooting through that hole now. Okay. Dealt with. Okay, we definitely have enough mana again. If that wizard, or they're called sorcerers, forgive me, I just refer to them as wizards because they throw spells. Sorcerer there. Goblin sorcerers. They're the ones that are the big problem because as they teleport behind you, they just cause you near infinite issue. We're just gonna send all of my magic that direction. Beat the goblin army, at the very least. Just kind of hoping to get more building done, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Alright, we also did get a good amount of money, which is nice. Later on, when we start doing reforging, any amount of money is a good amount of money. If it wasn't for these bloody goblins and tearing down my doors. Alright. So there we go. We're back up and running. Now I can finish off our little building project here. And next time, let me see here. I should have gotten like a bunch of spiky balls. I did. Do these spiky balls stay? They do stay. And they don't hurt me. I'm wondering if those would be pretty good against the Brain of Cthulhu. I don't know if they would, but they might. We'll have to see. Anything else that I missed here? Nope, doesn't look like it. The Dryad has arrived. It's good that she's here because that means that we now have an extra buff. And also, I think she also might sell some good stuff, but let's see. Sunflowers, acorns, dirt rod, magically moves there. Pumpkin seeds. Oh, pumpkin seeds would be good for making pumpkins, which I might start making a pumpkin farm right away. Just for that. But you know what? We can also buy some sunflowers and place these down in front of our doors. As they'll kind of help us out by providing happy, so we get increased movement speed and reduced monster spawns, which is good. Both of those things are quite good for us. Let me reposition this one and make sure it's the right spot. So we need 1, 2, there we go. Alright, so next time we'll probably give the Brain of Cthulhu another crack, and if it doesn't go super well, then I might make another quick world, and we might try and fight the Eater of Worlds instead, and see how that goes. But that'll have to be like the part after that part. So Brain of Cthulhu first. We'll give him a good couple shots, not just a single try, and we'll see how that goes. But until then, goodbye.